location is important. Having two stations will give us the best fire protection. Having a new station to do practice our training, do a lot of our maintenance that we can't do now because of the weather. We can't do any maintenance on our trucks right now in the current building. With the new one, we'll be able to do that inside. We'll have the room to do it, have the room to do the training, and to be a better fire department. Another thing that we don't have in the station is a lot of storage. What little storage we did have, we lost when we made a renovation to the bay that the ladder truck's in. Right now, wherever we can put stuff, we put it. It's out on the floor, it's in the hose tower. We have a storage box outside that we have stuff crammed into that we normally don't use all the time, but we need it in the course of our jobs. We have no space.
Hello, I'm Don Dupre. I'm a member of the Rowley Fire Department. I've been a resident of Rowley for about 30 years. I live on the west side of town on Boxford Road. I'm here to talk with you and hopefully promote the idea of building a new police and fire department facility for the town. Literally, we are on top of each other. Our gear, our personal protective equipment is lined on the walls of the station, and we have to come in and position ourselves between the engines and the walls and try to get dressed. At times we're actually tripping over each other trying to get our gear on and to get ready to leave in the truck. That of course brings up another whole issue of getting from our dressing location to the truck itself. You've also seen in some of the video that we literally follow a serpentine type path through the station as we go behind one truck, in front of another truck, and then behind a third truck in order to get to the particular piece of apparatus that we might be leaving on. Very crowded conditions. The building itself, I think, has outlived its usefulness. We were very, very fortunate to have purchased a new ladder truck last year, but the only way we were able to do that was with some serious modifications to the building. As a result, we lost a lot of storage in order to fit that truck in the station, and we also had to literally support the building from underneath in order to move another truck to a different bay in order that it would be safe. Again, you've seen the videos of the support columns we had to put in the cellar in order to literally hold the floor up so the truck wouldn't fall through.
Currently, we're sitting in the meeting hall of the current station, which has turned into more than a meeting hall. It's a conference room, a training room, part of the office. We have storage of files in here, storage of equipment that we don't have place for downstairs. It's in the event that we do storm coverage for bad weather, we usually put enough people on for the overnight to run an engine company. And we have to fold all the tables up that are in here so we can put cots down for people to sleep in. Ideally not a good situation. It's very cramped, it's very crowded, and it's doing too many things instead of the one function that it was originally designed for, and that was for a meeting hall.
So leaving the station, we've discussed the fact that we have tight clearances for these trucks getting out the doors. In fact, we almost literally have to make sure the back of the truck is out before we can start making the turn. And the turn itself is interesting. We turn to the left every time we leave, and what we are doing is exiting the station into a potential two-way traffic situation. It's not a street, it's a public way that goes to the rear of the post office, but still it's an interesting situation, and it causes concern because we do have to watch for that traffic. Once we exit the building, we have to stop again on Hammond Street. Again, check traffic both ways, make another left, proceed out to the intersection of Route 1A, and most of the time we're taking another left. We wait for the light to turn green, and off we go to respond to the particular call we're at. Not an ideal situation. Once again, it resorts back to the issue of location. Tight, a lot of traffic at times, a lot of issues with clearances, all location.
We have no place to really do any training. We used to use the Pine Grove School a lot. We've used the parking a lot at the Congregational Church, but these facilities are getting used by other members of the public more and more, so We can't do a lot of the stuff that we used to do in their parking lots, like putting hose on the ground to practice dressing a hydrant, moving in, setting up the ladder pipe on the truck and what have you. It takes up a lot of space. A lot of hose on the ground. We test hose, gets all over the place. People can't get in and out of these facilities. With the new station, what will allow us to do is give us an area to be able to do all that. The other thing it's going to allow us to do is if we have to do maintenance on the trucks, currently we can't do it in the building we have now because the ceilings aren't high enough, the doors aren't high enough. To get to the engine in all of our trucks, except for the old engine, we have to tilt the cab, which we can't do inside. We have to do it outside because there's no clearance. With the new station, that will allow us to do that. Will allow us to raise the aerial up out of the cradle so we can work on the under the cab in that truck also. Most of the fire stations surrounding us do have laundry facilities, shower facilities and laundry facilities for their firefighters to clean up after a fire or a bad medical call.
I think one of the important things that the new building is going to bring to us is the ability to clean not only our personal protective gear, our PPE, but also ourselves.
The turnout gear that we wear, the pants, the coat, the hood, and to some extent the gloves, can get sent out to be clean, but it could take anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks before the stuff comes back. And it all depends on what the backlog of the cleaning company is when we get the stuff back. Further explain what I'm trying to talk about here with the carcinogenic cancer levels and the need to decontaminate as soon as we get back from a call. On February 2nd on WCVB Channel 5's Chronicle show, they did an exclusive look at firefighter cancer and what the Boston Fire Department is doing to cut down cancer-related incidences among the firefighters.
The point being that a lot of the fires we go to, the smoke contains any number of carcinogens, which are then transferred onto our gear and additionally transferred onto our bodies. Currently, when we come back from a fire, if we have the ability or if we have the chance to get our gear cleaned, we have to do it at another department. Wonderful that other departments offer us that ability to come and do that, but we really should have the ability to do that at our own facility. Secondly to that is the fact that we too need to shower. Right now there are no showers in the fire department. The new facility, the new building will offer us shower facilities, locker room type facilities, which will allow us to clean up and be clean before we go home. Right now we go home after a fire, we risk the chance of taking home carcinogens that are on our bodies as well as on our clothes. Gets transferred into our vehicles, gets transferred into our homes when we get at home. As a result, a facility to alleviate that problem would be phenomenal.
With the new station, there is going to be a shower facility. There's going to be locker rooms for both the females and the males in the department so that they have a place to have clean, dry clothes to change into after coming back from a call.
We arrive at the back of the station, come in through the back door. My gear is right to the right, so I turn to the right, get dressed. We hopefully get dressed as quick as possible. We'd like to be dressed in a minute. That's not a guarantee. That's kind of a standard they use at the firefighting academy. And then it's a matter of, let's say in this particular case, we're going to take the ladder truck. So it's a walk behind engine one, maybe hook up with some other firefighters who are getting dressed in other parts of the building, and then getting the truck out of the building. One firefighter is going to drive, and he or she are hopefully going to have at least 2 other firefighters available to help guide that truck out of the station. There's barely a couple of inches of space above the ladder as it leaves, so it's a very intricate maneuver to get that truck out and to get it out safely. Literally, there's a ½ an inch of space when the marker lights on the back of the truck leave the doorway. And it's not a quick maneuver. We have to guide it out. Once it's out and it's made the turn, then we have to get on board, buckle up, and then respond to the scene. You know what? Seconds count in response time, or they can count. if we can load the truck inside with all personnel aboard and drive out and leave, we're in much better shape. We're going to get there quicker. You hate to think that a second in time is going to make a big difference, but you never know. So you've seen us leave the station. All it takes to get ready, get prepared, get on the truck, and get the trucks out of the building. Now what you're going to see is an example of what it's like to put the ladder truck away when we come back.
Basically, the building, we've outgrown the building. The trucks have outgrown the building, as you can see through some of the scenes. We have a hard time getting around. Thank you.